Alrighty then. Lag? I just got lag from moving Discord. What? Probably go get some tissue now I think about it. My nose is running a little. Oh, hey, Liliamon, how you doing? Probably move stuff that's on my desk so it's not covering chat. I'm doing alright. Why does chat look different on Streamlabs now? I don't like it. Where is it? Community content creation. There we go. And now to load up the game. I'm gonna quickly go get some tissue. Alright. Time to start the game. There we go. There's some sort of filter going over the game. It's like, game, display capture. There is a filter. Edit photos. Filter correction. Turn off. Just waiting for Yu-Gi-Oh! Live stream. Duelist Kingdom. I'm not really too big a fan of the Duelist Kingdom arc. I'm gonna be honest there. I mean, they hadn't really, like, properly sussed out the rules of the game at that point, so... It's just a bunch of people basically just doing random bullshit and winning.
I don't suppose you found any of those atmospheric sensors.
Oh, watching. Yeah, but at least, like, once you get to the Battle City arc, they actually have a set, like, they actually have set rules for the game, so it's less bullshit.
That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them.
Awareness, it sounds like it's worth more to you than that.
It is worth more to... Thanks for your help.
There we go. Just got some nice amount of creds. They're setting up for battle. Good, good, good.
Admiral, this is Mikal. I have found the exile.
Hmm. Interesting. Ooh. Got lag.
I see you have found the elusive Master Rook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Rook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate KHOONDA itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them.
Who knows about the
Right
attack?
now, just us and the militia. I don't want to create a needless panic. But be assured I will make sure that all civilians
Honestly,
are
the
warned in
non-dual
time, so they
stuff
can get to safety.
bothers me
Though
more
if we
than
lose this
dueling
battle,
shenanigans.
nowhere on Dantooine will be safe for settlers for long. Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to ready them for the reality of it, that would be helpful. Besides that, look around KHOONDA and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach KHOONDA itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle. I have instructed the militia and other KHOONDA personnel that you are to be provided with anything that can be spared. Unfortunately, that isn't much.
I'll check out KHOONDA's defenses then.
Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the
Joey and his
security
sister,
doors
their
inside
mother seriously
KHOONDA.
took one
Anything that
child
might
and
aid
just
you in your
straight up
task,
left Joey
please
behind.
use.
Apparently this is
Soon,
common in
all the
Japanese
civilians will be
divorces.
evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
Okay, we got the KHOONDA security card key. So now we can pretty much go anywhere in this place that we want. There we go. It's one thing to help prepare us for battle. That door's just locked, it would seem. Alright, they're all set up. Another door that I can't open. Damn. Can't even lightsaber it.
Dochi monas posoma bari toshniki tuk tuk bamba posoma bari toshniki tuk tuk bamba bora dino moriran posoma bari toshniki tuk tuk bamba bora Hoshman funi wat insoran fasasu.
Okay, does he have anything I'm actually interested in? Ooh, a crystal. Gives wisdom and charisma.
Insoranaka me gunsoji.
I have to ask you some
Karono ma,
questions.
Mino Sotoro.
What do you know about the
Jenish
mercenaries?
melaka wachino so impos morcha chani rika-san. Wala. Karono ma. Tuta.
That's a private door. I won't be able to open it.
We've been told to provide you with anything you need. We have to keep the news of the mercenaries' plans quiet for now to avoid panic.
That is true. Ah, turret control station. Here we go. Plus computer. Turret status. Turrets are active and set to attack friendlies and hostiles pending base alert status. Change turret. Only attack hostiles. There we go. Okay. Need to go speak to Akari. I believe that name is.
Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto
Here.
katpada. Fiadoratore pada no ringatel camarada tela fibo nubo de veterana chen.
Sandra, this Hydersman has your name on it.
Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto katpada.
Inside a broken droid, what is your
Terewana
explanation?
jun conata della raguna tunna.
Yeah,
Dai,
it's
rinto
different
runco
droids
recare
installing
papanala
their pods,
rancinga.
but I have a good reason. Tell me.
Dai, rinto runto
I
wakare
have
koe
received
wap
terrible
kerebu.
news. My
Nenso
brother's
tela
second wife
pachen
is
kotsada
with child.
ranale.
She's
Grael
become ill
grava
and
della
requires
nota
medical
cholore.
aid. Her condition is
Terewana jun
life-threatening.
conata della raguna
Dr.
tunna.
Satilos will not treat
Dai,
her
rinto runco
without
recare
full payment
papanala
upfront,
rancinga.
but my brother doesn't
Dai,
have
rinto
money.
runto wakare koe wap
Just
kerebu. Nenso
send
tela
my
pachen
brother
kotsada
enough
ranale.
credits to pay the
Terewana
taxes.
jun conata della raguna tunna.
You're a very
Dai,
honest
rinto runco
person, but
recare
this
papanala
situation is me
rancinga.
desperate.
Terat
Please, you believe me, don't you?
Der rinto runto wakare koe wap gere. Charanana gundoso. Charanana.
Observation. It is a hostile galaxy master.
Terewan.
Ooh, construction kit. Alright. I think we've got all the defenses we can get.
Hey, get away from that door! The last time some...
Apparently I got told off. I'm sorry. Alright. I think I've got everything done that can be done, so we will start the battle. Oh, hey, Mandy.
Do you require anything else, Jedi? Soon.
I was right about you. You are trouble, but you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans?
Yeah, just what I can do to help.
We could use people handy with a blaster. Getting people to join the militia for a short stint would be good. We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. It isn't glamorous, but that type of work sometimes makes a load of difference. Just look around. Plenty to be done.
Kind of things
Off the top of my head, the 3 turrets outside KHOONDA are on the blink. They went haywire the other day and wounded some of my men, so we took them offline. The men who were wounded by the turrets are holed up in the med lab. I've had some men lay traps around KHOONDA, but nobody here really specializes in demolitions. I'm sure there's some gaps that could be filled. The side security door to KHOONDA has been malfunctioning as long as I've been here. It may be best to just seal it off lockdown so nobody gets through. We got some broken assault droids that have been collecting dust for the last 5 years. If they were working, it would help a lot with interior defense. If I had it my way, I'd recruit any citizen of KHOONDA that can hold a blaster. But it's hard to convince peaceful farmers to fight, maybe die for a cause.
How much time do I have?
I don't know for certain. It could be a day or even a week. Depends on how good Azkul is at organizing his men. I'm guessing not so good. Checking the perimeter, talking to the troops and coming up with a battle plan. I fought in a war or two, but I'm no general. In my experience, people like you are better at strategy. You want a hand in making the plan, you got it.
I'm gonna go see what I can
do.
do.
Come back and we can...
Okay, so now I can talk people into helping.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess...
Would you be interested in joining the KHOONDA militia? It would have been nice if I could at least ask him to, like, provide weapons for the people, but apparently not.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? I'm here to get another pat in the back from the administrator and hear how unfortunate my situation.
I'm sick of all the...
I fought in the war and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron...
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man.
Actually, I am feeling a bit
I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my
18
grandchildren.
degrees.
But I can't farm without
I've got my
equipment.
window over there wide open. Oh, I need that. Oh, man. Yeah.
Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to KHOONDA to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare.
Sure it's a salvager?
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby, and if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them. The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and Dantooine has enough trouble without that. A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits. I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war.
I'll see what I can do.
That's great.
Okay. I'll go quickly do that mission. Because I might be able to get him to join the war effort. Well, not. It's technically not. It's kind of a war. More of a battle, really. I guess you can call a battle between two armies a war, so.
Back again, huh? I don't know what more but it's nice to see you again.
Do you know anything about a thief?
All of us salvagers know about that. I'd ask Derala, though. She's talked with the militia the most about it. If you ask me, the thief isn't human. It's one of those smart Lagreks.
Who the feck is Derala? Oh,
what?
her.
Who is that? You were really helpful.
Heard anything about thief?
Don't tell me that flaming Solru sent you. I went over all this with Zeron. We've been hit by the flaming thief more than he has. Every other night it seems we find something missing. And it's not like we have much. We keep asking Zeron to help us, but he sends us nobody. So the thief keeps coming from the ruins or whatever hole he lives in and taking what's ours. If we ever catch him, we'll take our time killing him.
Who do you think the thief is?
The only guess I've heard is it's a mercenary that's been kicked out. Most of them leave us alone. They focus most of their attention on the settlers. But we really don't know.
Why haven't you tried to tell us?
I hear he's planning to shoot anybody that goes on his farm. I'm just glad we're not the only people suffering. Maybe if he moans enough, the militia will do something.
The thief comes from the ruins?
That's our best guess. Sneaky as sin, but Raylon caught a glance of him that way. We keep hoping the Lagreks finish the thief off, but that would be far too easy for us. If you haven't met Raylon, though, he's not reliable. He's in the camp if you want to talk to him about the thief. If you must.
Okay. Which one of you is Raylon?
Ah, the traveler has returned. So, what? You should talk to Derala. I've told her everything I know. I think I saw the thief by the... I believe that the thief has to be living in the sub-level, because every place else has been visited many times by the salvagers.
Okay. So I have to go back into the Enclave. Isn't that great? This is the sub-level one, right? Yeah, sub-level. Should be somewhere in the sub-level. must have missed that last time I came down here. I might have to just search for this mission just to make it a bit faster. What's the mission title? Thief catching. So I can't even complete this quest. Oh my god. Who decided to use that fucking color of font? Oh my god. Yeah, so I don't think I can complete this quest because I've already talked to the person who's done the thieving. Right. Because it is the Jedi Padawan that I found in this area, and apparently they don't turn up anywhere else. So this quest is uncompletable. Great. Just what I wanted. feeling really freaking hot right now, man.
What? Who is you? Are you aren't serious, are you?
Yeah, I didn't think they'd want to.
Charanana gundoso remina. Charanana gundoso remina que lorak de katada.
Alright, he's joining. I wonder if I can get this guy to join.
A Jedi. Ah, leave me be, Jedi.
Damn. People hate Jedi. Yeah, I bought some Pazat cards. I'm trying to think who else I might be able to convince to join the war.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to... I will answer your... Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I go see if the person over this way would be interested. Oh. The lines are not appearing. That's weird.
Thanks for helping out the militia.
Oh, he was already part of the militia. Ah, okay. Alrighty tidy. And I need to sort out the side door and lock it down. Security door is malfunctioning. It would be relatively easy to hack the door open and never get it closed again. The security of this building would be compromised. Lock down security door. Security door now, in fact, it is so secure that nobody will get this door open again anytime soon. Oh yay, level up! I haven't even got any toughness. Because I've got an item that gives me toughness. Ah, yes, I remember. Yeah, regenerative, vitality points. Alright. I don't know anyone else who'd want to join the militia. But what I could do is,
Ready to serve.
Man, why is HK so far behind? I'm on solo mode. Average frag mine.
Crude, but effective.
And average plasma mine.
Crude, but effective.
That's all the mines I have. Okay. I don't believe there's anyone else we can get to join. Which means we might have to just go straight into the battle. The Disciple wouldn't join, right?
Welcome back. Is there... What else?
Oh, he noticed my lightsaber and he did not like me because of it.
I was right about you. The mercenaries... That's good to hear. Fill me in on the...
Okay. I'm ready to finalize.
You sure? Once we're done with that...
I'm certain I've done all I can.
Alright. And we got a lot to do.
Since you are here to bolster KHOONDA's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed.
So what's the plan?
The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and KHOONDA's defenses. It isn't gonna be easy. I suspect we're gonna have to fight on the inside. They've got 3 entrances they're gonna try and break in. Here's the front door, the security door on the side, and the garage door in back. We got 3 squads of militia. We can assign people to the front, back, or inside. Backside has to guard 2 entrances. The front will have to fight more people, and the inside will have to deal with any that break through. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed?
Can you tell me about the squads?
First squad is most experienced. The only squad that could go blaster to blaster against the mercs. Second squad has a lot of passion, but no experience. Third squad is new and not trained too well, and they may break in combat. They need a good leader to make them effective. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed?
Main entrance.
Battles that had the least dying were always led by Jedi. I'm gonna go with what you think. Where do you want the second squad?
The back by the garage.
Alright. Where do you want the third squad, the new recruits?
Inside by the administrator's door.
Fine by me. The last question is, where do you want to go? Either the front or the back. I'll take whichever one you don't. That way both sides have leadership.
I'll take the front.
That's what I was thinking too. The main group of mercenaries will be coming through there. Probably be good to put our best soldier there. Once the fighting starts, you gotta stay in your area. We both have to guard our half of the battlefield. Come over to me and the mercs will just charge straight into Koonda. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come.
Have you talked to the men?
Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words.
Right, I think they could use some encouragement. Maybe I could speak to them.
All right, I'll assemble the men. I hope you can speak
Okay,
good.
what kind of speech do we want to go for? Tell them they're doomed. Tell them this their chance to make history. Dantooine's short history has been a constant tale of rugged people surmounting difficult odds. Never have the odds been so great, or the future so uncertain. But today is your chapter, your tale. Generations yet born will look upon the upcoming battle with pride and wonder. I will not lie, the risks are great, the threat real. But I would stand beside any one of you proudly as we face our destiny on this field of battle. This is our day, our valiant chance to free Dantooine. Who will fight beside me?
I don't have the words. That was really something. I think any one of them would take a blaster bolt for you now. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
We're gonna save people.
Tell me what you see, soldier.
They're mobilizing the militia. Looks like a lot of activity down there.
They've been warned. It won't be of any use. The plan doesn't change. Captains, prepare your men.
I
Their
don't
leader,
think it is.
Administrator Tarina, must not survive the battle. Everything else is secondary to that objective.
One sec. I'll pause as soon as, Why is the mines not going off? That's kind of sucky. Keep Handmaiden and HK. This battle is a lot easier than I remember. Another squad. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was gonna pause. I'm a freaking idiot. One sec. Okay. Jesus Christ. One sec. Okay, so... Damn, there's so many places. There's Onderon. Mandalore. Dathomir. Oh, Dathomir and Mandalore are pretty close to one another? Vagano. Serrano. I have no idea what Tatooine is. I think it's somewhere down here. Nalhada, Dodaria. There's Kessel. Oh boy, that's way too zoomed in. Jesus Christ. I can't find a freaking galaxy map that I can actually properly have a look at. Okay, here we go. So, there's a place called Clantoween? Are you fucking kidding me? Where is she? Okay, Tatooine's near Geonosis. Huh. Where's Dantooine? So it doesn't seem to be close to Tatooine then. Oh, Korriban is near Yavin? Oh, Dantooine's like on the other side of the galaxy to Tatooine. Yeah, the brainworms and the freaking insect people. There is a place called Clantoween. Like, Jesus Christ, how many times are they going to use the Tween frickin' for a planet name?
We've lost too many soldiers. Fall back in.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem.
No, they're like literally on the opposite side of the galaxy to one another. I'll let you kill him.
Then you've allied with these flaming settlers. The galaxy doesn't tolerate weakness. I was trained at Malak's Academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
There we go.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from this place.
There's just one Jedi. Actually, I'm considered an outcast by the Jedi.
I'm sorry to offend you. You are, of course, our savior, and I am very grateful to you.
I'm happy to help.
We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient.
Please keep the credits and use them to rebuild KHOONDA.
I am humbled by your generosity. I will put this to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
KHOONDA is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish.
I don't know why you cast me out of the order.
Because you defied the Council and followed Revan to war.
Yeah, we are a good guy.
And from that war came another. Do you know how many worlds were destroyed in those wars? Dantooine, Telos, Sirocco? Do you see now why we counseled caution instead of action? You were the only one to come back and face judgment. But that was because you had lost your connection to the Force. Another casualty of war. No doubt you still blame us for your exile. I had hoped your isolation would give you time to reflect on what had happened, what you had done. But I see it as not. You have more questions for me? We were not in hiding, despite what you believe. This threat is striking through the Force. There's a reason that we cannot detect it. It is somehow masking its presence from us.
That's not possible.
I do not know. There are techniques in the Force that hide one's presence and thoughts from other Force users. But I do not believe that such techniques alone would be capable of hiding the enemies we face. It does not seem possible.
So why are you here?
Jedi sanctuaries, places of learning, conclaves, many of them secret, have been attacked. That requires that our enemy knew of our whereabouts, or had access to records and holocrons from the Enclave here on Dantooine.
Holocrons?
There was much Jedi teaching buried here before the planet was attacked. In the hands of our enemies, such knowledge could be used to track and kill Jedi, find other enclaves, gathering places. And so much has been plundered from here that now many secrets of the Jedi have been spread throughout the galaxy. So I did what I could, attempting to let myself be captured. I hoped that it would lead me to the Sith and the stolen artifacts.
Did you find any presence of Sith on Dantooine?
The Sith attacked this place once, and only they would seek the death of the Jedi with such obsession, and be able to be as successful as they have. With the destruction of Dantooine, it is difficult to sense the presence of any Force users here. If any Sith are here, I cannot detect them.
Witness, but that is not the only reason you came to Dantooine.
Yes. Perhaps I wish to see this place one more time. It has changed much, as I knew it had, but I had to see it for myself. You have more questions for me?
At the end of my trial, you and the other master said something happened to me. What was it?
You have seen the end of your trial? Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge.
I heard it in a hollow transcription of my trial.
That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences.
So, don't you think I have a right to know?
There's little I can tell you. Master Kavar felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicions, not truths. And Kavar was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should. His speculations would not help you now. But enough of this. It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal.
How you doing?
You have more questions for me?
Where we going now?
I suppose there is something I should show you that will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. Using the Force as a weapon is a sticky issue. Many Jedi feel it leads to the dark side. My experience has taught me that it's lack of discipline that leads a Jedi astray. Use this form with proper restraint, and it will enhance the potency of your Force attacks. However, if you are reckless with this form, you will quickly drain your Force energy. I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is sloppy. Keep practicing to tighten it up and you'll be fine.
I received a lightsaber. That's what I wanted, actually. It's a red lightsaber. Okay, so we found 3 Jedi so far. Oh yeah, these 2 need a level
Yes,
up.
Master.
Ashley, I met your uncle. No, you didn't. What the hell do you mean by that, Novi? Oh, you're in Italy. Ah. Yeah, I forgot about that fact. Okay. We can now get off this planet.
Diagnostic? For some reason, I cannot fire. Obvious statement. This was not anticipated.
Have you
I am attempting
been
to access my
Sicily?
weapon systems,
No, I have not.
and I cannot. Alarmed embarrassment. If this gets back to the other units, we will be decommissioned.
I spent most of my time when I was in Italy on a farm, so...
Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master.
Systems failing, Master. T3? Message from Kelbon, what is it?
I received an urgent communication for you from Kavar. Return to the camp as soon as possible and I will tell you more.
Yes, we should return to Mandalorian camp as soon as possible. Alright, let's go! That's something I don't think I've done it in this playthrough.
Statement. Master, as I have studied your actions, looking for potential vulnerabilities to exploit, I have found several.
Vulnerabilities?
Statement. You seem disposed to helping others, not harming them, as I have come to expect and anticipate from organic meatbags across the galaxy.
Mercy and Chariot, not weakness.
Statement. Oh, Master, please, of course they are. Any time you inconvenience or jeopardize yourself for another, it is a vulnerability. In any event, I feel compelled to point out that your self-destructive path of pacifism and sacrifice will only lead to your doom. That may be a trifle melodramatic, but frankly, it is something that all Jedi should hear. And I have been rehearsing the speech for some time.
Why are you studying me for vulnerabilities?
Statement. Master, it is nothing personal, but professional pride dictates that I keep a running tally on any potential weaknesses in my masters. And of course, the weaknesses of any other sentient meatbags, droids, or other targets who are in service to my master.
That still doesn't answer my question.
Hypothetical. Master, it is entirely possible that one day you may no longer be my master, and that my new master might get jealous of our prior relationship. It has happened before. As a result, I have a responsibility to know your weaknesses should I be required to assassinate you.
You still don't have to go,
Statement.
Master.
Oh, I am aware of that, Master. I simply use it to give you the illusion of control and obedience. Humans often need such comforts until the end comes.
What do you mean, the end?
Consolation, Master. Everyone dies eventually, and not all of them by my hand. Even droids die when not routinely maintained, sadly enough.
I had some questions.
Statement.
Interrogation.
Statement? Oh, yes, Master. Pain is really the only reliable means by which truth may be obtained, or so I choose to believe.
Huh. Interesting. It's not an interrogation, I just want to ask you some questions.
Very well, Master. But if you wish to be brutal and vicious about it, know that I am trained for such things. Do your worst.
Not for the interrogation already. When I ask you questions, I mean I will ask questions without torturing you.
Statement. Master, I am no behavior droid, but it is obvious to me that you have serious ethical problems that will need to be treated at some point.
Oh my God.
Very well. Ask your questions. If you feel the need to make it an interrogation, however, do not restrain yourself. I would be saddened if you held back.
Where's your briefing?
Statement. Master, that is a question that has an extremely complicated answer. You see, I do not believe my master knew who he was most of the time, which led to some confusing situations that could have otherwise been avoided.
I'm not sure I understand.
Clarification. Suffice to say that my master had his ups and downs, and in my opinion, traveled from a high point in his life to a low point. He developed qualities such as mercy, compassion, and even love for others. It was really rather revolting. Still, my master had some remarkably efficient droid-like qualities which I admired. He, too, suffered memory problems, as I did.
Memory problems?
Statement. Oh, yes, Master. As indicated upon my reassembly, my central control cluster is damaged, making recalling my previously stored assassination protocols difficult. I hope that over time I shall eventually reach the status and skill I possessed before I was damaged.
What's the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember is having my core wiped from the last 5 years. I believe my master was responsible.
Why?
Answer. Even with my memory impairment, I recall that my master was about to embark on a dangerous journey. Conjecture. I believe there was something about my master's destination that he did not wish me to know.
You're right.
Answer. I am somewhat disappointed that my master did not choose to take me along, of course. Wherever my master traveled, destruction and death were assured. Speculation, but I suspect I was not the only one left behind. So there is some satisfaction that the disrespect was spread through the rest of his whiny, simpering meatbag allies.
Whiny?
Statement. Oh, yes. My master had quite the collection of tortured individuals that seemed unable to confront their basic personality conflicts. Let me cite some specific examples. Mockery.
Oh, Master! I do not trust you! I cannot trust you or anyone ever again!
Mockery.
Oh, Master, I love you, but I hate all you stand for. But I think we should go press our slimy, mucus-covered lips together in the cargo hold.
Conclusion. Such pheromone-driven human responses never cease to decrease the charge in my capacitors, and make me wish I could press a blaster pistol to my behavior core and pull the trigger. I am pleased that this does not seem to be the case with your current entourage.
Right. Maybe you should turn your photoreceptors up a little more and pay more attention.
Statement. Yes, well, enough of that painful stroll through what remains of my memory. Statement.
What's the problem?
Query. I must express some degree of confusion concerning your actions. You are the one who followed Revan in the Mandalorian Wars, are you not?
I am one.
Observation. Well, Master, I was not at Malachor 5 during your near-genocidal reaction to the Mandalorian threat, but I feel that I may have been constructed as a result of that.
Can I explain?
Observation. I believe that Revan determined that mass slaughter on such a scale may no longer be needed to achieve his aims. So perhaps you are responsible for my creation.
Like having your father.
Answer. Oh, please, Master. Even as a metaphor, that idea is repugnant. You are a gland-driven meatbag, while I am of superior droid construction. Clarification. I meant that I was built as a result of the need for a selective killing machine, rather than a crude mass slaughter war droid.
Were you created on Malachor 5?
Answer. No, Master. I was constructed shortly after the beginning of the Jedi Civil War.
What targets were you assigned?
Answer. Well, Master, unless you were operating on my central control cluster, I would be somewhat hesitant to discuss my targets, but I suppose it could do no harm. During the Jedi Civil War, I was responsible for certain strategic targets. For some reason, Revan did not feel that the Republic presented much of a military threat. Aside, I am somewhat unclear as to why this was so, but Revan did have a certain biological instinct regarding such things, so I will simply say that there were probably reasons for such an assessment.
Why did the Revan consider a Republic not a threat?
Revan felt the true war was against the Jedi. Observation. It was not something discussed with much of the others, but I think Revan recognized that a single Jedi, both in the past and in the present, could turn the tide of a conflict. So my targets were frequently Jedi, or someone close to a Jedi that could result in their corruption or collapse. Revan often assigned me to kill leaders or supporters of certain Jedi so as to erode their will.
Why was that important?
Answer. Revan saw the pressures of war on Duxon and knew that even in the heat of conflict, Jedi could be broken, not physically, but psychologically. Observation. It is a curious thing to assassinate and wound someone's personality, to assassinate them psychologically, and it took me some time to reconcile the acts. I am much more used to their direct approach. Still, I served well and killed many Jedi.
So you're saying Revan intended to break Jedi?
Master, that was the lesson of Malachor. Any Jedi involved in the systematic slaughter on such a scale cannot help but doubt and question themselves.
I believe you.
Observation. Master, I do not believe that the Mandalorians were the true target at Malachor. I believe that the intention was to destroy the Jedi, break their will, and make them loyal to Revan. I do not know if you examined the records of the deaths on Malachor, but you cannot escape that many of the Jedi and Republic soldiers who died were not Revan's strongest supporters. Observation. I believe that Revan was cleaning house at Malachor 5. What ones did not die became Revan's allies against the Republic.
Sounds like you've killed a lot of them.
Oh, yes, Master. I hope none of them were friends of yours, but really, they had it coming. I do not know when the Jedi ceased to be adherents to their code, but many did not tread cautiously, and many were quite arrogant when facing a droid, as if we were somehow beneath them. It gave certain kills and added pleasure when being underestimated. Cautionary. Master, don't take this the wrong way. But in my opinion, a blaster shot to the throat is often the best way of silencing Jedi hypocrisy. I have found many Jedi to be arrogant practitioners of pacifism when it is convenient for them. Also, their tendency to never directly answer a question is rather annoying.
How many did you kill?
Statement. I do not have the exact counts, Master. Since it is difficult to determine who was a Jedi and who was not, it seemed to be largely a matter of perspective. I did kill many soldiers who used techniques in combat that could make them be considered Jedi, although they call themselves Sith. Observation.
Oh, I already...
Statement.
Jesus Christ, that was a conversation.
Yes? You may ask. Before entering Atris's service, it is not important. We all have value. When importance is if Reese, I do not.
Okay. Yeah, I should customize that new lightsaber I got. Upgrade. It says it's already equipped. Oh yeah, I've got microstore now as well. So it adds +1 on attack, +3 dex, +2 strength, +4 wisdom, and +2 to damage. Damn. Okay, what color should we make this? Go Viridian. Oop. Oh, this is the new one. What's the red one then? I had it's equipped. Maybe that's the one that's equipped to Kreia. One looks like that. What about orange? That looks a lot like red. Go for bronze. Okay. Yeah, that was the one that was equipped to her. So we need to head to Duxon. So we can finish the Duxon / Onderon one. Okay.
Has there been any word of her?
None yet. I do not understand why she displays such disobedience.
You know why. She bears the face of her mother.
Why Atris would have sent her on such a mission is something I do not understand. In terms of combat, she is the last among us. In terms of stealth, she is willful and not prone to disguise herself. Her stance, it has too much passion about it.
Perhaps that is why Atris sent her. Perhaps it is an exile of her own.
Okay. Now on Duxon. Go back as soon as possible. We're just going to have dinner. That's fine. You can have dinner. You're allowed to eat. There we go.
About time you showed up. Mandalore ordered me to report here. Follow me then.
You received my message then. A man named Kotor wanted to get a hold of you urgently. He said that the Queen had arranged safe passage to Onderon for you, but I don't know how good their offer is anymore.
What changed?
This morning, General Vaklu met with the Council of Lords and declared that the Queen was guilty of treason. He'll be made regent if Talia and her royal guard are defeated. The military is divided on who to support. Civil war has fallen on Isis.
How can we help the Queen?
I doubt that Queen Talia and her advisor will survive until nightfall. The balance of forces seem to favor Queen Talia. The royal palace is heavily fortified and defensible, and most of the soldiers are loyal to her. But Vaklu has new allies, Sith soldiers and their masters. The war has also driven the caged beasts in the streets mad. Braylor and I both concur. She doesn't stand a chance.
You underestimate the Force, Mandalorian. I sense that we may still get to Master Kavar in time. I sense there is something stirring on the moon itself. Tell me, have your senses picked up anything from Duxon?
Yes, we have. How? We picked up some transmissions from nearby in the jungle. Zuka's satellite relay has also picked up several shuttle launches with old Sith transmitter IDs. Some sort of staging base, perhaps.
The Sith forces must be stopped. Otherwise, the Mandalorian is right. Master Kavar and Queen Talia won't survive this day.
Dividing our forces at a time like this is foolhardy.
And this is why a common soldier will never triumph against a Jedi. Your military tactics are nothing compared to the Force. It is essential and inevitable that we face both enemies at the same time.
Buenos, I have to lead the group heading to the Royal Palace, don't I?
You are correct. You must choose who will lead the expedition through the jungle to find our enemies and defeat them.
Mira.
I'll do it, but you're still my bounty. You won't lose me this easily.
You should send 2 others to go with the leader. Who else will accompany the expedition?
We will send Atten.
If you say so. And who else?
And the Handmaiden.
So be it. Now, are you certain of your choices?
Yes.
Mandalorian warriors will go with you to find the enemy camp. Just let me know when you want to head out. If you need supplies, talk with Kex. After you get into the jungle, you might not have another opportunity to stock up. Let me know if you want to go now.
I'm ready. They should head out.
As you wish. Mandalore has arranged for special transportation to get to Isis.
Finally, we're close to our objective. I sent the rest of my men to secure the trail behind us. My troops will keep the path to the Mandalorian camp clear. Ahead lies the enemy. I can follow you a little bit further, but then I will set up command and control for my unit in the field. So lead on.
Alright. We'll level up at him. I haven't used him in quite some time. we go.
Time to even the odds.
Hold a moment. Past the mines.
A Type 2 perimeter motion relay. It's a little outdated, but it'll do the job. If anything moves within 6 meters of that, then they know they've got visitors. Someone skilled with a stealth field generator can get by it, but that's about it. But if they set off any of those mines, it'll still send the signal.
So, you aren't completely ignorant in the ways of battle? Good. But all of you must pass through its perimeter, and undetected would be better.
We can make a detonation pack and someone can go up close and destroy it.
Making detonation packs is complicated.
Learn's not the only ones who know how to use explosives.
It looks serviceable, and you didn't blow yourself up. Avoid the mines. If any of the one...
Do I even have a stuff field generator on her? No. Do I have one? Stuff unit. She doesn't have any stealth, does she? Shit. Who has stealth out of this team? Yeah, she has 0 stealth. Anton has 8 in stealth, and she has 10 in stealth. Okay, Handmaiden is.
I shall remain hidden.
Because she doesn't have demolition. Shit. Yeah, this plan's not gonna work. Does Anne have demolition?
Just say the word.
Yeah, he does. Okay. I might be able to do it with Anton then. Does he just have a safety harness? I'll change it to that after I'm done with this.
Wait here.
What kind of move?
Wait here.
There we go. Why wouldn't he move for a sec? That I have no idea. No, he doesn't have enough for it. Frick.
I'm good to go.
I mean, that gives +6 stuff, so maybe I could do it as Mira. No. You have to actually have your own stealth to be able to do it. Damn. Well, guess I'm not doing it like that.
Yes. Ready?
Change hers back to the tech specialist belt. Change Anne's to the simulator. No. Plus 31, plus 31. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she has 2 weapons, so. Ooh. Size mirror. Sif Temple.
Intruders, kill them!
You can try.
Everyone down!
Is that just grass, or is there something in that water?
Let us test ourselves.
More where that came from.
Ooh, Anne went down. Yeah, let's forget that. Just like literally gets back up every time.
I shall honor them with
More where that came from. More where that came from.
action.
Jesus.
Ready. I'm good to go.
Let's go. Where the frick is she going? What the fuck?
More where that came from.
Teach you.
That was weird.
More where that came from.
This will teach you.
I was gonna say, when are you guys actually gonna start attacking?
More where that came from.
Tomb of Freedom Nad.
I had to run to catch up with you. You've made impressive progress. The Sith's camp lies in ruins. I told Kelborn of your progress. The rest of your squad is already en route to Isis. Also, Kex checked our sources for any information about this place. Kex believes that this is the Tomb of Freedom Nad. We knew it was somewhere on this moon. We had no idea how close it was to our camp.
Who's Freedom Nad?
Some sort of fallen Jedi. He conquered Onderon long ago and became their king. The royal line is directly descended from him. That part of Onderon history the citizens try to leave buried and forgotten.
That's all you know about the tomb?
Nad was a dark Jedi. The stories say he was far worse than Revan and Malak ever were. This place is tainted, and the Sith presence here makes the danger great.
I can sense the power from this place. It's like the light abandoned it long ago. I fear the Sith shall be very strong here.
I am returning outside. My attention is required to keep the path to our camp clear.
Alright. We'll take care of all the Sith.
The time for practice is over. There are intruders in the tomb and they cannot be allowed to reach our master. The ritual must not be interrupted. I don't need to mention the price of failure. Men, follow me.
Interesting.
Time to take you down to size.
do like some life support packs. I'm not gonna near the dark side energy. Ancient box.
A little harder than I thought.
Zelda operation. Time to repair the terminal. Mission needs to be fixed. The last creation is missing its mathematical operators. It just needs to have proper operators in each slot to make the equation balanced. Oh boy, Mav. Okay, man, I need paper and a pen. So, you do the brackets first anyway. Well, what's in the brackets? So that'd be 6 plus 2, 8. It's not 6 plus 2. I know that for a fact. If it's sigma, so that'd be 4. Divided by 2, that'd be 3. 3 plus 7 equals 11. I've got it. So divide. Multiply. Subtract. Multiply. Incorrect. How's that incorrect? That's let me just do that on my calculator. So So 6 divided by 2, 3 times by 8, 24, minus 9. Oh, no, yep, that was correct. Yep, I got that wrong. I admit, I'm an idiot sometimes. Did it autosave? I came into the Sith tomb. I think it did. Second load. Should probably save before I loaded, but yeah, there we go. Okay, because I want to do that puzzle. I want to actually get it right.
The time for practice is over. The ritual, men.
Okay. I'm gonna save here. This is where we're gonna leave things for today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Click that bell to stay updated with notifications so you know when I'm next streaming. So I am most likely not going to stream again until Sunday because I might be busy Friday. So I will most likely see you Sunday. Don't know what we're going to stream Sunday. Let me look at what Star Wars games we've got currently going. I'll decide. You know what? Battlefront 2. We'll do some more Battlefront 2. So yeah, Battlefront 2 Sunday, and then I think that's all we've got for the rest of the week. I'll try and stream more during next week. Zach's alright. Though he does not want to come in as of late. I think it's because of the heat. He wants to stay outside in like somewhere where there's shade so that he's nice and cool. But yeah, so I'll see you guys Sunday. We'll be playing some Battlefront 2, and I hope you guys will enjoy that as I hope you've enjoyed this. Bye!